Hello, my dear viewers. It's Oleg with you on the channel QS English. The QS English language, well, to say a few words, the difference between a regular course of English, any regular course of English, and my course. Well, first of all, we start not with ABC, not with studying separate words, senseless words, just empty sound. We start exactly with something to start with the very basics. It's all based on states, actions, havings, and just some shades of actions of other states, of other havings. Our mental approach to the English grammar and in the way I teach them when students come to me and say, well, I'd like to speak English, will you teach me? I say, okay. Yeah, we agreed and we start our first lesson. So first of all, we make the general division into the 4 categories of what we can say, what we can ever say using the English language. So the first category is the primary category, is being. Since we are in this world, we occupy some GPS point, and each of us is able to identify our current state, just the position and the dimension of space. But at the same time, not only space is the only one that matters, there is also the dimension of time. So TPS, as I call it, time positioning system. Time positioning system always identifies this moment as this current moment of now. Since we are, and each of us can say, I am, someone else is, the computer is here. Well, and we are here exactly to do something. And to do is a second category that we are trying to take a closer look at. So we take actions, we do something. For it's not enough to be at the point of time, to be at the point of space, it's not enough. Well, since we are supposed to do something, and if we do the right thing, it's quite logical that we are supposed to have the results we desire. The designed results are like this. I would like to do something. It's just a modal phrase. We can say I would. I would is a little bit imaginary, since we don't mean to say that it's gonna happen anyways, that it will happen anyways. So I mean to say I would do something, I would be somewhere, but at this current moment I am here, I am talking to you. Well, I am using this computer, and this computer is being used right now, and it's used on a regular basis. It's being used right now because being contains the ending in that goes for the progress. So, and to show the progress, everyone uses the ending of ing, ing. So, doing is well, the process itself, the progress of doing something or being done, and so on. And the other ending is ed. It's peculiar to actions in the past, especially ones that the ones that are used with regular verbs. For instance, well, we can say I produce some product. Well, just I manufacture something. I manufactured something in the past, and the product I manufactured was manufactured. To be manufactured, to be produced, to be made into this world. Well, to be, and the final word is produced, mentioned, translated. We can say opened, closed, As the third form, it identifies no time at all. Because no time at all, because uh, something was. Something did what? Something was. Was belongs to the past since it goes with the second form. Well, and it's always simple. If you take a closer look at the way we talk about something happening on timeline, on the timeline, we always use the same formula. Number one goes for the present, number two goes for the past, and will, followed by the first form of the verb we want to express, goes for the future. So, what does it all look like? We are always at this point of time. Uh, when speaking about Russian, about the Russian language, we always express phrases about the past when telling someone about the events that happened in the past. We say that somebody said what he had done, or somebody said that he would do. Now I say that I will do something. Now I say that I did something. But in the past, I said that what I had done. In the past, I said where I had been before. In the past, I said what I had before, what I had done before. I said on the timeline what had happened even earlier, even prior to the moment I'm talking about when speaking about the past situation. Well, so it's very easy to get used to it. It's very easy because it's simpler than playing chess. It's even simpler than playing checkers because the rules are the same. The rules are the same. But when speaking about the simple tenses, they are all simple. They all contain simple. If we are talking about the realistic event going on right now, goes on the regular basis, that went on in the past, that took place in the past, that happened in the past, that will happen in the future. It's all real. But when thinking about something imaginary that would happen in the future or would have happened there, where I have been before, I would have done, I would be, I would have been, I would talk to you. Why not? I would have talked to you yesterday, but something happened to be different. Something had gone wrong, and I failed to do that. It's not often that I failed to do that, but sometimes we try to justify our absence somewhere. We say, I would have been there yesterday, but I forgot to. I would have done it yesterday, but I forgot to. Why too? Because we can forget information, or we can forget to do something. And two is a little hint, it's a little cue, just a hint for the one you're talking to imagine something as an as a potential action, as a potential action. I would have done it yesterday, but I forgot to. Not just I forgot. I forgot, and we put a full stop. Now it's the Russian way. And English, we say to because it corresponds to that ending that we use in Russian. So, yeah, like t, to. I forgot to do something. I forgot to do it. Well, that would have been too long, that I say. I would have done it yesterday, but I forgot to. I would have done it yesterday, but I decided not to do it, not to. I decided not to. And here you may put a put. Uh, there are some things in the English grammar that happen to be not so customizing for Russian, not customizable for Russian because, well, in Russian we don't use certain points, certain ways of speaking that we use in the English language. Well, the English language is based on its own projection of time, its own view of timeline of space, dimension, and time dimension. Well, we still we have the common points. Well, we all are humans. We all have a couple of legs, a couple of arms, a couple of hands, a couple of eyes. couple of years, we can hear something, we can see something right now, and we see something on a regular basis. For instance, well, I do something on a regular basis, but I am doing something right now. It's applicable to almost any word, for the exception of a few words of perception, to perceive. What we mean. Perception was created. Let's take a word of perception. We can feel, we can see right now. We can see the screen, we can see the arch, we can see me, we can see the green element behind. And we can see it all right now. Why don't we say, why don't we say, uh, I am seeing? So look at the situation. For example, I'm looking somewhere at a distance, at a distant point, somewhere. I'm looking at something. I am looking. I can look as long as I like. I can look at a certain point at a distance, as long as I want. But I cannot see it as long as I want because the world can change the picture that I only perceive. I'm not creating that picture. When looking, I'm creating history. When perceiving, I am just observing history. I'm observing what's going on right now. Somebody is talking somewhere in the distance, somewhere just beyond the window. I mean, through the window, I can see some. A few people have met and are having a talk, and they are talking. I can see them. Why I'm not seeing them? Because I am doing something as long as I want, but I am seeing them is not as long as I want. As long as they are talking and they can break apart at any next moment, then I won't be able to see them anymore. So that's not the progress that is under my control. It goes out of control when perceiving actions from outside. And we can say that people are talking somewhere in the distance. I can look at them. Well, I am looking at them as long as I want, but I can see them not as long as I want. I can see instead of I am seeing. I can hear something right now. I can feel some smoke from outside because somebody decided to make a barbecue or something, or somebody is making a campfire outside, for instance, and I can feel the smoke. It's not my action. It's not. I'm trying to prolong this state as long as I want. It's just I can feel it. That's all. Well, as for perception, you understand. Sometimes we say, I'm feeling fine. That means that my feeling is under control. I am feeling. But when I say, I can feel some smoke from outside, I can feel some smell from outside because the petards, the fireworks are going on there, and they are making noise outside, and just launching some missiles, the hitting tanks. Well, and I can feel it. I can feel it, but it's not my action that I'm trying to prolong. I'm not making progress. I just perceive. Perception is all about. So these are the so-called just nuances, perfect. I'd say exclusive things that are minor, and they are applicable to the English grammar, since English grammar is logic, basically. If you want to get to know that logic, you come to lot of but you want. Everybody is running on the back of enthusiasm, probably coming to the new year. I, I want you to be more optimistic, more positive about what's going on and what's yet to be done. At least you are still the owner of your life. You are still the author. You may add new points to your account. I mean, your educational upgrades puts you on to the next step. You are rightful to do that. You are the owner. You are the owner of your universe, and nobody can see the universe with your eyes. That means not only that you occupy some unique point in this dimensional space, in this dimensional time, but also that you are a unique human being that has every chance to upgrade your level of skills, your speaking skills, communicating to the world, being equal to the one you are supposed to talk to, no matter what it's associated with, whether it's related to your seeking a job somewhere, you are making a kind of interview. You are being interviewed right now. Somebody is interviewing you, and you can hear a question. You are not thinking about words. You are thinking about the picture that goes on in your imagination, that comes to your imagination, and it's decrypted by your mind, by your ability, by your skills of being able to see what's going on when somebody is saying something, saying words, and that language is not gonna be any more unfamiliar to you, familiar, since you are going to be used to this language, to this way of mind, and this way of mind is very easy to acquire. It's very easy to borrow from someone like me, for instance. uh, when explaining it all, I can tell you that there are no inexplicable things about English. There are no inexplicable things about English. Everything can be explained properly. And everything can be explained so that you not only understand what kind of word follows the other word, just following some formulas and dogmatic constructions, and those dogmatic constructions have to be decrypted to you as a technology. Technology is the basic of grammar. Uh, if you know just a simple technology of putting words together, then it doesn't make your language promote any longer than just, well, as long as you are speaking, you are maintaining that language. As long as you are not speaking for a long time, for a long period of time, you are nearly lost in this language, and you have nearly lost everything that you used to learn. But whenever you get to know the basics, what it goes from, what just the matters that spring, as if it were a plant springing from under the ground onto the surface, and they are in constant growth. And what I'm supposed to say to you that you are rightful to put the same plant into the ground, just a little grain that's gonna give a start to a big tree with a great spread of branches, with a nice foliage. Not in winter time, you say. Well, I say that your imagination has every color in its disposal. Your imagination is an artist that probably you didn't make when quitting painting or drawing when being a child. Well, just I flash back to my childhood. Why didn't I? Because my uncle used to be a painter, a professional painter. He used to make posters for cinema. uh, just in those times when posters were not published, such as the cinema theater, they get uh, a number of ready papers just to be stuck on the wall. Painters used to be everywhere. It used to be a very creative work, I would say, because it's now creative only for the designers who make those paintings on computers. There are very talented ones as well. As yesterday, I came across one page. Well, a girl is having classes with me these days, and her mom is a talented designer. I could see those pictures. I couldn't believe my eyes. They were looking like they used to be very, very much like real ones. And I can't help admiring this. Each time I see it, that's what I have always been desiring to make my course like. Uh, and when I see the results, and I see them each time somebody comes to my classes, after the very first lesson, I can feel the same surprise, the same amazing feeling that it's just unforgettable. It's not to be repeated. Each case is unique and individual, you know. But after the very first lesson, if you have a desire, if you've had the desire before you came to my first lesson, you are about to start talking very smart, to start speaking very smartly. So that's probably. I have been outside now. It's frosty. I made a trip to the trading center. Just bought some cigarettes. So came back and decided to go online just to show you that it's not necessarily you're going to be a fluent speaker of English. Neither I am sometimes. Sometimes we are silent. Sometimes we are thoughtful. We are not full of words to be expressed in the next minute, as if we were using a machine gun, like each bullet would be a separate word. But there are no separate words. They are all united by context. Context is something that keeps them together, that keeps the name in their family. And the word's family is your phrase, your sentence. The way you design your sentence is going to be either recognizable or non-recognizable by the one you are trying to make a communication with, to try to make a talk with, because it's going to be first estimated by the way you say it. You are quite the owner of your idea, and you may serve that idea just like a chef in a restaurant. You may design it very deliciously. It will be estimated and both accessed and assessed properly, appropriately. You are going to have feeling at the other end of communication that they understand you're speaking English. You're speaking exactly the English language, but not the Russian, where the words are replaced with. You have every right. Either the message has been deleted by itself. The algorithm you wanted to share with somebody, still have it on your mind, just put it here in the chat. There are no bans, there are no, absolutely no bans. You know, I'm not going to delete anything, to moderate anything tonight. It just like having a cup of coffee. I decided to go online, just to go live and share what I have on my Facebook is of wondering, of wondering what's on my mind. That's what on my mind is. There are lots of things on my mind, and I hope you have something to say. Maybe you can say it in English. If you cannot do it yet, then welcome to my classes. I will teach you to communicate since you've got something to be expressed, you've got something to say and to be heard. That I've been doing it for 27 years, even longer. I got an experience, a unique experience that nobody works on my skate. Nobody works on my. I know that some people are trying to pretend they are doing the thing, but they are still following the same logical mistakes that are still lying concreted in the basement, in the fundamental grounds of what they call the English grammar. I don't call that an English grammar. There is no English grammar where there is no English logic. So grammar and logic are particularly synonyms. They are very close. They are semantic meaning. Well, I'd like to make a step for English. If you have that desire, don't dig it into the ground. Just, I'm gonna help you in the nearest few days. You're going to absolutely untie your thumb in terms of the technology, what you design your sentences like. You know, you have every chance to speak English if you come to my classes. It's an individual course. And all of my concern is going to be given to you, except no one else. And the individual, unique line of education is going to be peculiar to what we are going to get the result at the end. You will see something has changed. You will see it at the very first lesson because you are going to think different. Your way of mind, your state of mind, your mentality is going to be absolutely different. And the difference is going to be felt by the ones you are trying to make communication with, just to get some results from. It's been all with you. Thank